Good morning, everyone. Gosh, I get so amped talking to the Badass crew. I got up at 5 a.m. to speak with the group, and I realized that being able to conduct business and be connected here in India is possible because of cheap data. And I just want to share with anyone who wants to travel here how easy it is to get plugged in. Alright, it is officially noon 20. Take 2 on the day. I got a few errands and we're good to go. Hey. Alright, Rohit, who is the cyclist who is hosting me, had this list of kind of daily mantras by the Dalai Lama. And one of them was, if you make a mistake, immediately fix it. And while this applies to relationships, it also applies to your clothes, because I feel like I have worn my clothes so much and they have served me. And once you get high quality clothes, you want to keep them going and functional. And spending about 20 rupees at a tailor can save me from spending 2,000 or 5,000 rupees a little bit later. And then I also try to always go to a woman tailor to support women businesses, and one of my goals this year is to buy fewer clothes to help out with some environmental issues. Alright.
You're a mighty tough, a real queen, Jesus. You got the whole room off, you coming to please us. You're efficient, you're proficient on the city block. So come on over, baby, give me what you got.
Is there a barber? Keep going.
Take it up, take it up.
I'm looking for it. Well, that doesn't help me. Wait, are you open? Guys, it is currently 12:45. And what time is lunch over? 3:30? I'll come back here.
Red carpet and I walk on it. If you're thinking it's a bluff, call it. If you're really into love, want it, want it, want it. Yeah. We'll be going all night, baby. I've been feeling alright lately. If you're really into love, play me, baby.
The easiest way to get your phone plugged in here into India is getting Airtel. That's one of their providers. It's basically similar to Verizon. But when Annalisa and I flew into Kochi with our bicycles, the first thing we did was walk over to kind of the array of stores to buy a SIM card, and Airtel, by far the best that I've experienced. It'll cost you roughly 500 rupees to get your SIM card and activate it, and then from there, every single month, it's 250 rupees. But here's the catch. You get 1.5 gigabytes of data every single day. And if you don't really know what that means you can stream a lot of videos and you won't hit your data cap. I believe back home I maybe have a cap of 5 gigabytes or 15 over an entire month. And that is what makes India have some of the cheapest data available.
It's magic.
Alrighty, we got the group here. Wave hello, everyone. Alrighty, we're off. Alright, here's the great reveal. come out here. One, two. Here's the main man that did the work. Looking sharp, right? I appreciate it. We'll get one photo here. Thank you. Bye. Great. Bye. That was comparable to, after spending 3 months in Ethiopia, I got a shave in Italy. That was fantastic, and that is what took me back to that memory. It was wonderful in itself, and it was 50 rupees. But I feel like something that is hard to Google, transitioning back to the cell phone conversation, is when you actually get the SIM card, to put it into your phone, you will see on the side of an iPhone at least, and probably an Android, there's a small spot where you can poke out your SIM card and just swap it out. You'll see that you either have a Verizon or AT&T SIM card, and you just replace that with the Airtel one. And within like 24 hours or less, you will be plugged into India's cell network. And then you can do anything that you normally want to do on your cell phone. This is my blood sugar.
What does this mean by diabetes?
Diabetes means it doesn't work. So I have to take insulin. Goes to this, and this gives me insulin. So one day if someone says diabetes, think of me. Alright, if you've been following this channel, you know that I lost my passport and debit cards. So that means if I need to recharge my Airtel data every 28 days, because that's when the unlimited ends, you have to find a store like this when it is open that has all the logos, and it's super easy. You just give them your Indian number, choose a plan, so you can, typically it's the 249 rupees for 1.5 gigabytes every day for the month, and it's just super easy to refill here, and you find these places absolutely everywhere. And then what's good to know is also a lot of times your debit and credit cards don't work with Indian apps. They're not quite synced up with at least American banking, and so that's like another reason why you might have to find one of these stores to refill your data. But it's super simple. Wow, this is wonderful. Dude, this is fantastic. Alright, so I wanted to take a moment on my walk home to say that this video is sponsored by Aspire Eyewear. Peter and his company have supported me since the beginning of the Trans Am here in India, in Alaska, over the last couple of years on this entire journey. And it's part because we share a diagnosis with type 1 diabetes. Being here in India, it's made me realize how amazing it is that we're able to connect so much, and now that's spreading around the world. With me showing up for Bergh, who I met through Beyond Type 1, just seeing kind of the evolution and change of what it's like to live with this disease. So thank you to Peter, thank you to Aspire Eyewear. You guys have made it around the world with me, and I'm just very excited to see where we go next. Alright, if you had a fear of heights, I'm sorry about that. The thing is, you actually might run into a hitch trying to get a SIM card, and this is what happened to Annalisa. So we're going through the airport, stop at Airtel, I get a SIM card, it activates right away. She tries to get a SIM card and it does not activate. She has an iPhone 4, and there might be some other incompatible phones out there, but for some reason, her phone did not accept the SIM card. And here is the solution for you. This is the Jio hotspot. This thing gets about 4 gigabytes of data per day, so you have a higher threshold, which is good if you're a remote nomad like us or myself. And it's also like 300 rupees a month for that plan. And overall, the hotspot itself costs about $40. And what's nice is that you can tap in all of your electronics, so it acts much more like Wi-Fi, even though it does work on the cell towers. But laptops, multiple iPhones, iPads can all get tapped into this thing. The thing is that the service is not nearly as good. But Jio is a Indian-owned company, and they have promised to invest in their own 5G. So in the future, that actually might be a better option, or it might not. We'll see how that pans out. A warning is that sometimes you need an Indian number to use apps to register for things, to get Wi-Fi while you're at a hotel. There's a bunch of circumstances we have needed an Indian number, and that is why it is nice to actually use a SIM card rather than a hotspot. But having both options, so I have both right now, gives you more kind of options to try to tap in when you need internet and have as much data as you want. The thing is, it's not fast. You are able to stream videos. I had a video call this morning with the members of Diabatas, and it works, but sometimes there's brownouts, there's a bunch of hurdles that makes India not the perfect place to be a digital nomad, but it is good enough, especially if you're traveling. So hopefully you guys found this useful. If you're planning a trip to India, leave a comment below and let me know where you're going or what travel tips you have. And remember that you can go anywhere and do anything. Alright, the last bit of advice I forgot to mention is you have to download WhatsApp and connect that with your data plan through Airtel to be able to connect with pretty much anyone around the world. This is going to replace iMessage for you. So pretty much everyone outside the US uses this, but you will connect your US number to this app and then it's your iMessaging, and you can use video call and voice call and all that sort of stuff. So for some reason, the only person I can iMessage, and you can't make this up, is my mother. So make sense of that. Leave a comment below, make sure you subscribe, and thanks for tuning in.